going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network. This is the X Sports Network.
A&M Medical is Lawrence County's newest medical clinic, specializing in urgent and primary care. Practitioners Andrea Bain and Meredith Hutton bring years of experience and compassion to keep you and your family healthy. A&M Medical features a separate well waiting room to meet your needs. Visit today and ask about A&M's weight loss program and telemedicine services. That's A&M Medical, located at 2367 Highway 43 South in Leoma, Tennessee.
Hey, this is Phil Hooper. Get the look you want for your favorite school, church, or business with apparel from HD Ink Screen Printing in Leoma, Tennessee. Got a logo you need embroidered or screen printed? Let HD Ink give you the professional look that sets the bar in today's world. We do fundraisers and custom designed apparel and so much more. Call today, 931-201-2961, or come see us at our new shop located at 26 Ingram Road in Leoma. Remember, HD Ink for the look you want and the look you deserve.
Efficiency, reliability, accuracy. Move forward with your real estate sale or purchase with Title and Escrow of Lawrence County, the most experienced closing team around. Working with clients locally and throughout the state, we offer a wide range of services, including the expertise of an on-staff attorney, backed by our more than 49 years experience in titles and closings. We get the job done on time at a fair price and ensure every last detail is correct. Our goal is to give you peace of mind. When you work with us, you work with people who live where you do. We understand the importance of the real estate community and strive to build strong relationships with all parties involved in the process. Whether you're buying a home, selling a business, acquiring land, or anything in between, you're in good hands with Title and Escrow of Lawrence County.
Put the most experienced closing team on your side. Contact Title and Escrow of Lawrence County today.
For decades, First Class Charter has provided high-quality motor coach transportation services to the Tennessee Valley. With numerous safety and cleanliness accreditations, First Class Charter is ready to make your group trip a reality. Contact us today by visiting firstclasscharter.net. First Class Charter, the official motor coach company of the North Alabama Lions.
This is the X Sports Network.
All right, welcome back into Summertown High School. Another middle school matchup here between New Prospect and Collinwood. Collinwood beat E.A. Cox earlier. New Prospect fell earlier, I believe. Yep. So they are meeting up again, or meeting up for the first time here, and this should be a good one. Collinwood barely eked out the second set with New Prospect earlier. With E.A. Cox earlier to win that one. And I feel like I think this is the third game I've called for New Prospect. So they won their first one, lost their second one, and they'll try to stay alive here if they can beat Collinwood. Collinwood, they lost earlier yesterday, I guess, against Spring Hill to drop them down. So both teams with a loss here. As we're about ready to get underway. Again, double elimination bracket, so you get 2 chances or 2 losses before you're put out. We've already had some teams go home today with their second loss. And from experience, I can tell you it's much better to keep on winning in a double elimination bracket. South Lawrence and Summertown can attest to that. They both had the day off today as they wait for their opponent to get there, and they have. So Summertown will play Culleoka tomorrow morning. South Lawrence will play Hillsboro tomorrow. But they've both got the day off because they won their first 2 games. So here we're underway with Rowlett serving. Good serve. Carroll. Surratt now. Now Rich. Hunter. Going to send that one over. Carroll's going to set that up. Nice hands there. Surratt's going to throw that one down for the point. First point will go to New Prospect. This should be a pretty even matchup. Back to serve for New Prospect. It's Gaddis. It's a good serve. Witten's there, and then knocked over there by Collinwood for the point. Back to serve now for Collinwood is Rich. Serve is up. It's a good serve. Dug out by Gaddis. That's going to go over, though. Somehow Collinwood managed to get that back over. Good job there. That's going to be sent to the back row by Butler. Now Cross will send that over. Set up for Surratt. She'll hit that one back over. Cross tips that one over, dug out, and hit in. Not sure if Carroll got a hand on that or if it was the other one in on it, but either way, it falls to the floor for a point. Back to serve is Frakes. Cross is going to bump that one. Tried to bump it over, but didn't quite make it. And that'll be a point for New Prospect, who now leads 3-1. Frakes hits serve again. Serve is good. Would have been right on the line, I think. Witten tried to dig that one out. Wasn't able to. Witten, the star of the first game. Collinwood. She had 5-7 kills, I think, throughout the first match she had. Definitely a force at the net when she gets around the rotation up there. Frakes serve. That's going to be mishandled by Rowlett into the net. Rich tried to save it but wasn't able to, so that'll be a point for New Prospect as they're taking a commanding lead now, 5-1. Served by Frakes. Nice short one. Rowlett's there. Hits it back over. Carroll to Surratt. Witten to Cross. Cross sends it over. Hunter tried to kill that one down. And it won't go, so that'll be a point for New Prospect. Frakes set to serve again. Rich digs that out. Now Cross sets up. Nice set, nice kill by Cross. Good setup by Rich there. Hunter back to serve. The lefty. Ball's up. Now it's going to be long and out of bounds. Point New Prospect as Surratt gets back to serve. Serve is over. Rich digs it out. Hunter tries to set that one up for Witten. Witten tries to take a swing at it. It won't go over. One of her few miss hits. Point New Prospect, 8-2 now. Surratt. Serve is over. And missed pass there by Rowlett. And Rich can't knock it over. A little bit higher than what she could reach. Surratt serve. Rich, Witten, pushes that over. Butler's there. Surratt to Carroll for the kill. Carroll, the star of the show yesterday. Collinwood's going to take an early timeout, and we'll take it with them. You're listening to Middle School Volleyball on the X Sports Network.
Welcome to Mid-South Barndominiums. We realize there's a lot of options when it comes to finding a builder for your next home. Here at Mid-South, we understand that customer service, quality, and selections are very important. It's a very large time, money, and an emotional investment, and we're here to listen and care. We realize the kitchen's the most used and abused room in the house. Our cabinets are locally custom made from Sanderson Cabinets out of Lawrenceburg. They're real wood, poplar or maple, whether you paint or stain. All comes with slow close hardware and many pull-out different style options to choose from.
This is the X Sports Network.
Back in Summertown, New Prospect leading Collinwood, and we just got word Hampshire did beat Mount Pleasant, so they will move on, and that puts Mount Pleasant out of the tournament. Carroll now passed that one backwards. You got to think that some of the girls would be winding down a little bit, but still pushing on. I saw Sharp for New Prospect do a cartwheel when she came back on out of the timeout, so that's a good sign. Now across back to serve. She's going to fire that one to the back. Gaddis is there. Surratt, now they just need to knock it over, and they do. Butler sends that one over. Now Rich knocks that over. Surratt got away with a double there, but we'll take it for the kill. Now we'll get a sub as Cross will go out, and Van Horn will come in for Collinwood. Back to serve is Butler. Good serve, back row, Hunter. Witten pushes that one over. Surratt back to Gaddis. She'll send that over with a good hit. Witten goes up with a thunder and puts it down for the kill. Witten can jump, that's for sure. If they can set her up, she can put it down. She's shown that several times thus far. Now back to serve is Rich for Collinwood. She'll serve that up. Gaddis is there, passed up to Surratt. Now Carroll will hit, and that's going to come up short in the net. Point Collinwood as Rich will go back to serve again. Trailing 11-5. Serve is up. Carroll digs that one out to Surratt. Now Gaddis will just send it over. Van Horn there. Now Rich, now Witten. Witten will flip that one back over her head and in the hole for another point for Collinwood. Rich set to serve again. Getting on a little bit of a streak here, trailing 11-6. Serves good, Sharp's there, Gaddis. Now Surratt will have to send that one over. Van Horn digs that out. Rich. Hit over well by Rowlett. Now Carroll's going to put a swing on it. That's a really good hit from the back row. A little miscommunication between Rich and Witten there, and they can't get that one over. Back to serve for New Prospect is Sharp. Sharp's going to send a nice floater over. Rich is there. Carroll. Surratt will dump that. Witten with a kill. I'm not sure if the setter can jump and dump or not. Somebody that knows more about volleyball will have to tell me that. Witten back to serve. New Prospect needs to be ready here as Witten's got a good jump serve. Serve to the back. Called it like I saw it. Butler can't handle that one, and Witten will get the ace. Trailing now 12-8. Another good serve. Gaddis digs that one out. Carroll sends it over. Witten's there. Now Rich to the outside to Rowlett. Surratt will say that. Carroll push it over. Witten. Rich to Witten to the outside. Butler's there. Good dig out. Surratt is going to hit that backwards, but Sharp's there. Sends it over, and then Rich tried to hit that one over and couldn't get a knuckle on it. So they dodge a bullet there with Witten only getting to serve 2. Now Carroll, the other jump server in the match. Great serve. Sent over by Rowlett. Set up. And might have got away with a little bit of a throw there, but they'll get the point. It's Surratt. Carroll, another good serve. Handled well by Van Horn. Set up as Carroll to the back row. To Frakes, who hits it over nicely. Now Hunter will push that one. Dug out, now Carroll. Gaddis, flat foot, hit that one over. Nice job. Witten tries to set the outside. Sent over by Rowlett wisely. Carroll to Surratt. Surratt throws that one over. And Gaddis can't get back to it. And that'll be a point for Collinwood. That'll bring Rowlett back to serve. Serve to the back, good serve. Frakes is there. Carroll now Surratt. Rowlett. Rich will send that one over. Now Carroll to Surratt. She hits that one well. Witten's there. Good hit. Cross pushes that one over. Top of the net. Makes it over. Carroll gets her hands on it. Sends it over. Then Frakes sends it over. Carroll. Now Surratt pushes that one deep. But Witten's there. Now Hunter pushes that. Good volley going on. Carroll dumps that one and finds a hole. Nice thought there. Dumps it right in a hole. Now back to serve for New Prospect is Gaddis. Serve is up. It's a good one. Rowlett can't handle it. It's going to go out wide right. Be an ace for New Prospect and Gaddis. Serve is a little bit low into the net there. Good effort. That'll be a point for Collinwood, and now Rich will come back and take her try at serving here. Trailing 16-10 in the first set. Ball's up, and that one's going to be in the net also. Trading out serves here. Back to serve is Frakes. Sends that one over. Rowlett's there, hits it back over. Surratt pushes that one into a hole. Found a spot on the back, liked it, and put it there. Another kill for Surratt. Frakes hit to serve again. Serves up. Witten's there, passed up, and Hunter tried to hit that one over. Back to serve again is Frakes. Serve is good. Back row, Rich. Hunter hits that one over. Butler's there. Now Carroll. Surratt again pushes. Rich is there, dug out. Cross sends that one over. Now Butler. Set up for Butler. Flat foots that one. Witten saves it with the left hand. Carroll misset that one, and it falls behind her there, and point goes to Collinwood. Can't let emotions get you in this sport and cost you 5 points. One mistake, if you get your emotions into it, and cost you 5 more. Just got to let it go and keep going. Great serve by Hunter. Hit the top of the net and rolled over for an ace. Not much you can do there for Surratt. She's in the right spot, but when it hits and rolls like that, it's hard to do anything with it. Hunter serve. Frakes is there. Carroll. Now hit over by Sharp. Rich. Now Witten. Now Witten again. She's everywhere. Carroll. Cross tried to tip it. Good effort there by Witten and Cross, but it didn't make it back over. That was a good effort, though. Point New Prospect, 20-12 they lead. 5 away now as they get into the backstretch. Surratt. Hunter. Rich tries to bump that one over and is not able to. Surratt will go back to serve again. Another good serve. Rich, wide left. Witten saves that one. Rich hits it over. Surratt hits it. Frakes makes a great effort at it, but isn't able to get it back over her head, and that'll be out of bounds off of New Prospect. Point Collinwood. That's a great effort there by Witten to keep that in play after the miss hit there by Rich. Somehow they managed to get it back over. Now to serve is Cross for Collinwood. Serve is a dart. Sharp sends it back over. Rich, Witten got away with a double there. Carroll. Hunter hits that one short. Coming back in now for Collinwood is Van Horn. She'll take Cross's spot. Butler back to serve for New Prospect as they lead 22-13. Serve is over. Rich, good pass up to Rich. Set to the outside. Good hit over. Surratt manages to save that. That's got to be 4. It actually hit a player twice there, but we'll let her go. That one's going to be sent to the back. Van Horn gives a good pass on that. And Collinwood will come away with the point. 22-14 now. As Rich goes to serve. Got to hold up, timeout. Whoop, 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 whoop. Yeah, it should have been a 4 hit. Last point, he's going to give him a jump ball. It's the correct call. The call should have went a 4 against Collinwood, so that'll drop a point off of him. It'll be a jump and go to New Prospect. Should drop the point down, 22-13 now. As Collinwood did hit it 4 times, and they questioned it, and he gave the jump. Butler serve off top of the net. Hunter manages to get that over. Gaddis sends it back now. Van Horn. And Rich pushes that one, but Hunter can't get it over. Back to serve. Butler again, 23-13. Hunter. Now Witten pushes that over. Now Surratt pushes that over. Rich over. Now Carroll pushes that one. And that's going to be hit hard, but long and right by Rowlett. Good effort there. I like that she keeps swinging. She's going to hit it if it comes to her, and that's what you want. Back to service, Butler trying to close this one out. Now 1 point away. Hunter, Gaddis. Surratt, back to Gaddis. Blocked by Witten, then saved. Good job there. Gaddis. Surratt pushes. Van Horn's there and can't make it back over. And that'll be a point for New Prospect. That'll be the first set going to New Prospect over Collinwood. We'll take a quick break and be back for the second set. You're listening to Middle School Volleyball on the X Sports Network.
You know, Storing Lee Furniture is not just some huge chain store, but we do have a 144,000 square foot showroom right here in Leoma, Tennessee. The Story family has worked together in the business now for 55 years. And a familiar face is here to help you with whatever you need. That's what being a part of the community right here in the Tennessee Valley means. And if you have an issue, we're right here to take care of it. And don't forget free delivery. We invite you to come see us. We're Storing Lee Furniture.
From our humble beginnings to today, Parks Lumber Company has continuously served Lawrence and surrounding counties for over a century. Although we started as a small lumber yard in 1896, we have grown to include everything you need to make your dream project come to life. No matter your building needs, our experienced staff will be with you every step of the way to ensure you receive the highest customer service and attention to detail you deserve. Visit us at 106 2nd Street or on Facebook. We guarantee you will see working with PLC is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Did you know that Resource MFG, an employee bridge company in Lawrenceburg, is the first and largest national manufacturing staffing company? They work alongside the top plants and facilities in the area to provide you with job opportunities in production, quality, maintenance, supervision, and all levels of management. Resource MFG has positions open right now to meet your needs today and a full staff ready to work with industrial partners to grow opportunities for this generation of workers and the next. Reach out today and start your employment journey with Resource MFG.
Back to school equals back to big savings at Heritage Automotive in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Score 0% financing on select models and up to $15,000 off MSRP on new 1500 trucks. Over 150 used vehicles, all priced to move and below market value. Need service? Our expert team is ready, and we've got loaner vehicles to keep you moving while we work. Hurry in to Heritage Automotive, where the deals are hot and the savings are huge.
Heritage Automotive. Expect more, experience the difference.
At Murray Regional Health, you'll find the expertise and technology available in larger cities, paired with the personalized and compassionate care you deserve. As the largest health system between Nashville and Huntsville, we have a medical staff of more than 200 physicians across an array of specialties, ranging from primary care to robotic surgery. They lead skilled teams of nurses and other clinical experts that diagnose and treat conditions with advanced technology. Murray Regional Health, where clinical excellence meets compassionate care.
This is the X Sports Network.
Back here in Summertown, getting ready for our second set. Collinwood and New Prospect. New Prospect did take the first set. Pretty close matchup. Not as close as I thought it would be. New Prospect kind of ran away with it. See if Collinwood has the ability to pull this one out on the second set here. They just need to get everything together and forget the first set, and we'll see if they can do that as Rich sets up Rich. Sent over by Rowlett. Now sent over by Surratt. Rich will set up Witten on the back. Butler's going to hit that one over. It's going to tip the net. Tough luck there for Rich. Tried to judge that one. She was in the right spot, but when it hit the net, it just kind of died. So first point will go to New Prospect. And anybody will tell you volleyball is a game of momentum. So once you get it, you try not to lose it. Witten's going to send that one back to Gaddis. And nobody's there to handle it, so that'll be a point for Collinwood. Now Rowlett back to serve for Collinwood. Serve is over. It's a dart and can't be handled by Frakes, and that's going to go out of bounds. Collinwood will get another point. Ace for Rowlett. Serve is up. It's a good one. Floater to Butler. Carroll sets up Surratt. She'll tip that over cross. Now Hunter hits that one over. Surratt, Carroll. Frakes sends that one over. Now Rich to cross, gets a hit on it. Surratt now kill that down. Back to serve is Frakes for New Prospect. Tied up all at 2 here. Best of 3. That's going to try to be dug out by Carroll. It's going to go into the net. Point Collinwood. One of the few mistakes you see Carroll make. Good little athlete. Big part of what New Prospect's doing. Rich gets her serve over. It's a line drive. Surratt's going to send it back. Witten's there. Passed up to Rich. Now Cross gets a push on it. Surratt. Carroll manages to get that over. That's going to be a double hit on Hunter. Point for New Prospect. Surratt will go back to serve now. Witten digs that out. Cross. Hunter. Nice hit on that one for the kill. As Cross gives her a pat on the back and says that's why you keep your head up and keep playing the game. Good things will happen. Hunter back to serve. The lefty. Good swing on that one, and Sharp can't get to it, and that'll be an ace for Hunter. Hunter will go back to serve again, up 5-3. That's going to be out to the right, wide right, out of bounds. Point, New Prospect. Back to serve now is Butler for New Prospect. Trailing by 1 early on here, second set. Ball's up and right off top of the net, but Rowlett's there. A little bit too much momentum, and that'll fall for a point for New Prospect, and Butler will serve it up again. Another good serve, Hunter. Mishits that one and finds a hole where nobody is. I think the coach is trying to tell her to hit it to the setter. Butler will serve it up again. And that one's going to be short. Mishit it a little bit on the way down, and that's going to go into the net. All tied up at 6. Cross back to serve. Cross's serve is a good one. A floater, no spin at all. Surratt will hit that over to Gaddis, and Gaddis will bump that over. Gaddis quietly having just a really consistent match. She does really well no matter where she's at. I say that, and the ball hits her and goes out. Surratt hit that one a little bit too far to the net, but Gaddis has been a really consistently good player. When the ball comes to her, it seems like she does the right thing with it to get it over the net. Cross set to serve again. And Cross's serve is a little bit small. And if you want a fun player to watch, Sharp for New Prospect is about the funnest player I've ever watched. That kid's just happy to be out there playing volleyball. And she can hit the ball well, does a good job. But she's definitely fun to watch. That's going to go off Van Horn out of bounds off the serve, and that'll be an ace. As Sharp went out and Crawford came in to serve for New Prospect. Serve is another good one, and Hunter can't handle that one. And that'll go out of bounds. Point, ace, New Prospect. So back to serve again is Crawford, who's come in and done her job with the serve. Another good serve. And Van Horn can't handle that one either. That's going to go out wide left. Another ace. Crawford going again. Trying to get on a heater here. And got a little bit aggressive with that one and went a little bit low under the net. But she came in and did her job very well. So Sharp will come back in. Set to serve now is Rich for Collinwood, the setter. Good serve. Little floater to the back. Butler's there. Surratt's going to hit it over to Carroll. Carroll pushes that one over. Now Rich. Now Surratt pushes that one over. Little exchange of the push. Nice hit by Rowlett for the kill. She does really good on that left side as a hitter. She always hits it hard. That's the best part. Rich, serve is good. Butler saves that one. Carroll. Now Surratt. She'll dump it over her head. Van Horn's there. Now Rich will bump that over her head. Butler. Good pass up. Surratt tried the back set. a little bit off balance, didn't make it there. Carroll couldn't get to it. Set was just a little bit close to Surratt and far from Carroll. So Rich will serve again. Serve is up. Back row, Sharp should have maybe let that one go. That would have been close. I can't really tell from here, but it was pretty high on her. Would have been pretty close to that line. So I believe Collinwood is taking the lead now, 11-10. Over New Prospect as the ball got rolled out in the lobby. Rich chased it down here. She's set to serve again. Another good serve. Sharp. Butler. Surratt pushes that over. Van Horn. Rowlett there. Surratt dumps that one. Rich, now tipped by Rich. Nice job there by the Rich girls. Rich go back to serve again. Leading by 2. Need to get out of the serve here if you're New Prospect. And Frakes can't handle that one. Now they'll go under the net. Rich with another ace, and we'll get a timeout by New Prospect. You're listening to Middle School Volleyball on the X Sports Network.
A local law firm respected throughout the state. Generations of clients have turned to Boston, Holt, and Durham since 1948. We assist individuals and businesses with their legal needs, including real estate, property closings, personal injury, employment discrimination, and family law. Our clients get the personal attention and convenience of a hometown law firm with the resources and ability to handle any case. Come see us at Boston, Holt, and Durham.
This is the X Sports Network.
Back in Summertown as New Prospect takes a timeout trying to slow down Rich's serve here as they lead 13-10, and it's another good one. Gaddis is there. Pops that one up, Surratt. And collision at the net, but doesn't make it over, and that'll be a point for Collinwood as Rich goes back to serve again. Need to get out of the serve if you're a New Prospect. Rich's serve, another good one to the back row. Sharps there, passed up to Carroll. Carroll will dump that over. Now Rich, now Witten. Witten will send it over. Little top spin, Gaddis is there. Carroll knocks that one over, and that'll hit the floor, and they'll get the point and get out of the serve. 14-11 now. And none other than Carroll going back to serve with that deadly jump serve. And for Collinwood, you got Witten coming next. The two jump servers. Van Horn. Good job there to get it over by Rowlett, and the save by the two girls in the back. Van Horn there again. Rich dumps that one. Surratt to Carroll. Carroll bumps it. Now Surratt leftied over. Witten tried to knock it over and wasn't able to into the net. One of her few mistakes. Carroll back to serve again, trailing by 2. Looking to make a push here. Serve is a good one. Van Horn's there. Van Horn doing a really good job on the back. Witten going to be in the net there, I believe. Yep. Third in the net of the day. Think they were just seeing if he was awake. Now Carroll again, trailing by 1. Oh, and she hits that one in the net. Now 15-13, and you got Witten coming back to serve for Collinwood, who's got a really good jump serve. New Prospect needs to dig in here as they hope to close this out in 2. Hit by Witten is a dead ace. Nobody even close. Everybody stands still. That fell right in front of Butler, and she never moved her feet. Witten to serve again. Another good one. Surratt's there. Carroll. Surratt will send it over. Witten digs it out. Hunter pushes it up and over. Good job there. Now a hit by Frakes. Good job by Frakes to hit one over. Hunter. Lefty. Butler can't get to that one. Point Collinwood. Witten. Butler pushes that one up. Surratt's going to hit that one over. Looking to find a hole, and she does. Van Horn, who's had an excellent night on the back row, can't handle that one, knocks it out of bounds. Van Horn's did a good job back there this set. She read it, was about a half second too late. Back to serve now is Gaddis. Gaddis serve is a good one. Van Horn there passed up to Rich. Rich will push that one over. Surratt now Carroll. To Surratt. She'll just fist that one over. Witten's there, and they'll set up Witten on the back row. Butler gets that one over. Rich, she'll send that over. Now Frakes sends that over. Frakes having a good night as well. One of those consistent players you can count on. Butler now. Carroll to Surratt. Hit. Witten saves that one. Rich sends it over. Butler. Carroll. Van Horn now. And that's going to fall in the net. Good effort there. Just a little bit long on the pass. Frakes and Gaddis are quietly two really good consistent players. You might not hear their name as much, but they just do what's expected of them. Van Horn mishandled that one. I might have jinxed her. She's had a really good night on the back row. I might have just put the announcer's jinx on it. Gaddis to serve again on a little bit of a heater here. Serve is good. Right off the top of the net. Somehow stays alive. Did look like a 4 if you ask me, but no call there. The point will go to New Prospect anyway. But that, I believe that was 4 hits. But that was a heck of an effort, I will tell you that. Served by Gaddis. Back row, Witten can't handle it. That'll be an ace for Gaddis. All tied up now at 17. Gaddis to serve it. Oh, I'm sorry, 18-17 now. New Prospect is taking the lead, and Gaddis serves another dart. Rich can't handle that one. It's going to go out of bounds. We're going to get a timeout by Collinwood. Not a bad decision. We'll take it with them. You're listening to Middle School Volleyball on the X Sports Network.
Welcome to the newly remodeled Brass Lantern. For over 30 years, we've been serving delicious food to excellent people. Brass Lantern takes pride in authenticity, serving fresh, homemade food to please any member of the family. From mouth-watering to one-of-a-kind steaks served with gourmet marinade, to salad with our signature honey mustard dressing, specialty fruit tea, drafts, and much more. Our food is always prepared daily. Whether you come in with friends or family, you'll appreciate that fresh is better.
This is the X Sports Network.
Back in Summertown, Collinwood takes the timeout as they now trail by 2. Gaddis on a heater here. She's reeled off several in a row, looking to continue it on and close this one out. Gaddis' serve, another good one. No effect by the timeout. Rich. Now Rowlett gets that one over. Now Carroll will set up. Surratt on the back row. Hit. Witten's there. Rich dumps that one. Butler's there. Now Surratt. And they can't get that one over, and that'll end Gaddis' streak. And Rowlett will go back to serve, and Cross will come back in for Van Horn. Van Horn. This is Rowlett hitting to the back row. Surratt. Now Sharp. Carroll. Good job to call her off there. Good job by Butler to let her have it. Cross now with the hit. Surratt's there. Carroll to Surratt. Bumped over to the back, and that's in. Witten thought it was going to be out. Fell right inside the line. Point for New Prospect, who leads 20-18 now on the back stretch of the 20s. 5 away. Frakes set to serve here. Frakes, Witten. Now Rich to Cross. She'll push that over. Surratt catches it. Carroll sets up. Butler's just going to send that one over. Rowlett now. Now Rich bumps that over. Surratt, top of the net. Rich is there. Rowlett. Now Hunter sends that over. Carroll to Sharp. She'll push that over. Rowlett's there. Gaddis saves that one. Surratt managed to get that over. Good effort there by New Prospect. Witten got to send that one over, and that's a long way to hit it, and a long, big task to Ash right there. 21-18 now. New Prospect. Frakes serving again. Collinwood on the verge of losing the second set and the match if they don't get out of the serve here, and that's mishandled by Rich. That'll be an ace for Frakes. 22-19 now. Frakes to serve. Another good one. Floater. Witten. Rich sets up Witten. Witten will bump that over. Butler. Surratt. She'll push it to the back. Witten's there. Witten doing a good job of covering the whole back row here. Hunter. Nice hit. Frakes is there. Now Butler. Now Rowlett pushes it a little long over Rich's head into the net. That'll fall to the floor. 23-19 now. 2 points away is New Prospect from taking the match. Frakes to serve again. Trying to close it out. Frakes, good floater. Witten's there. Cross, push that over. Good job there by Cross. Carroll. Surratt gets a good hit. Witten saves that one arm. Hunter sends it over. Sharp. Gaddis is there. Got to send this one over. Carroll does. Witten diving. Rich sets up Hunter. Hits it right in front of Gaddis in the back. And that'll be a point for Collinwood. 23-20 now. Collinwood trails by 3 with Rich going back to serve. Serve is a good one. Butler. Surratt sends it back row. Rowlett's there. Hunter now going to bump that over. Back row. Frakes. Good pass up. Carroll. Sharp with a hit. With a kill is Sharp. She's been quiet for a little while, and she just comes out of nowhere with a big hit off the set. 1 point away is New Prospect. Surratt sends that one to the back row. A little miscommunication there, but they send it over. Surratt's going to push it. Now Rich. Now Rich to set up Hunter. Hunter throws that one to the back. Sharp. Surratt. Somebody's got to get it over, and they can't. Little miscommunication. Now 24-21. Hunter going back to serve. No pressure here. New Prospect needs one. Sent to the back. Frakes can't handle it. Ace for Hunter. Hunter back to serve, trailing by 2. Serve, Frakes. Butler. Carroll manages to save that over. Now Witten. And Rich is going to sell that one wide right, and that'll be the match. Excellent job right there on that last play by Carroll to save that one over. Good effort by New Prospect to take that one. Collinwood played a really good match. New Prospect just proved to be a little bit stronger. Great effort there by both teams. New Prospect will advance. We've got one more for you, I believe, tonight. Should be Leoma and somebody. I'm not Lewis County, I'm thinking. So we'll take a quick break. We'll be back for our last game of the night. After this, you're listening to Middle School Volleyball on the X Sports Network.
This is the X Sports Network.